driving down the road. If they're too close, you can't read them. They're too far back, so I said, get some engineers in your congregation or something, get it just right. And at least you can do that. Well, this guy is kind of enthusiastic. I've worked with him on other town projects. So he says, okay, he says, I will come up with some things to put on that bulletin board that will fill the pews. Wow, I didn't have the heart to tell him that in human history we've never found any words to do that. But, so, the trouble being a consultant is somebody asks you for help, just like Social Security did, and then you never hear from them again. And so I never heard from him, and then one day I just had to run into him in the supermarket. So it triggered my memory of our discussion. So I said, hey, Charlie, how did that work out? I drove by and I saw the nice bulletin board, but how's it going? And he said, well, Pat, it's a typical modern story. Good news, bad news. So, well, tell me. Well, he says, the good news is that it was hard to come up with stuff to put out there, but he said, I have done this, and he said, one day I was sitting in the church study toward the end of the day, and I came up with something that I think was really great. And so on my way home, I went out and I put it up on the bulletin board. And it was a pretty good message. The message was, if you're tired of sin, come in. If you're tired of sin, come in. So he put it up. I said, well, what's the bad news? Well, he said, I went home for supper that night, and it was choir practice. So I had a quick supper, and I came back about an hour and a half later. And he said, the bad news, he says, about our society is even a good message like that has people who oppose that message. I said, what do you mean? How do you know? He says, well, when I got back to the church, he says, there on the glass of the bulletin board, in lipstick, was this message. And if you're not, phone 54370. Your job is to keep people from calling that number,